Hey guys, it's Anna, and welcome to another episode of I Swear We're Not Idiots, the podcast that has a penny for your thoughts. This video is made for entertainment purposes only. These are our own opinions and sick humor. We'll be talking about old sayings that are still used today. We don't mean to offend anyone. Viewer discretion is advised. Do you want to know some old sayings and where they came from? Okay, do you want to try to guess where the saying came from?
What saying?
When I read them off, do you want to try to guess?
Alright, go ahead.
Okay. Blood is thicker than water.
Vampires?
So, the meaning is family bonds are stronger than other relationships,
Well, I get
correct?
that, but I feel like
I'm just saying because the two things that I found are completely opposite. So, you said fucking vampires.
It is like you're like, yeah, guys, I can't drink as fast as you guys because
It's not originated from vampires. It's actually it came from German soldiers who had shed blood together.
So where's the water come in?
They're saying that their brother bond in the military and everything like that is stronger than other relationships because we shed blood together.
Right, but what's water got to do with it?
Because water is other relationships. Our bond is thicker than anybody else's you'll have. Okay? But that's a different meaning because this is supposed to be family bonds are stronger than other relationships because they're your blood. Now, another thing that I found is some say the original saying is the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. Which is the opposite meaning. Chosen relationships are stronger than family relationships. So both of those sounds like it's not family that's blood. It's the relationships that you choose.
Are they saying covenant in terms of religion?
I have no idea. But it says the water of the womb. And obviously that's family, right? Okay, we'll move on to another one.
Yeah, that's...
Okay, you ready? Shotgun.
Excuse me?
When you call to ride in the passenger seat. Where do you think that came from?
Because somebody wanted to be somewhere somebody else was, and they said, if you don't get out of this car, I will shoot you.
Okay. In the Wild West, stagecoach robberies were a common occurrence. So someone would be hired to ride next to the driver armed with a shotgun for protection. They were called shotgun guards. So that's why you call shotgun, so you can ride next to the driver.
Makes me think of armored trucks now. And they always have that extra guy that's only there to pew pew people.
Does he have a shotgun?
No, shotguns are terrible.
Hungover. Obviously, that's sick after the night of drinking. Do you want to know what went around the internet as the fake origin story? I love this story.
What?
So, Victorian England, drunk sailors would spend all their money on drinking and wouldn't be able to afford a bed for the night. For the price of a penny, they were able to have access to a rope to hang over and sleep for the night. Get it? Hung over.
Sailors are out of control.
The true origin is basically being left over or hanging after a night of heavy drinking.
I know somebody that was in the Navy. Some of the things that sailors get up to, like the hanging from the pipes and you stamp somebody.
What?
Yeah, it's a thing.
Have you ever seen the movie Waiting?
No. Is that a thing?
What?
Is that in the movie?
In the movie, they're like, yeah, we play this game, and they show they're not nuts to each other. And, like, we call this one the Batwing, and they, like, spread it out. It's like, you gotta get somebody with this one.
No, this is called the butthole stamp.
I'm just saying, like, this is what it reminds me of. Next sayings, there's actually two of them. Piss poor and not a pot to piss in. Can you guess where those came from?
You're piss poor, which means you need alcohol to deal with your poorness.
In the Victorian era, poverty was so high. A way to make money would be to pee in a pot and sell it to a leather tanner. They would use the urine to tan hide.
Do they still do that?
I don't know. You would be considered piss poor if you did this for money. Families that were even more poor than that didn't have a pot to piss in.
I have a lot of pots. A lot of pee.
So there's another saying
I just
called...
need a leather maker.
There's another saying called not a pot to piss in or a window to throw it from, which you couldn't afford a chamber pot or a home from where you could discard your urine from because, you know, during that era they would just dump their urine in the streets.
What do you think 30 years from now a saying from right now would be?
Yeet. Next one. It's raining cats and dogs.
Oh, this is going to be tragic.
And the meaning of obviously is heaven, rain, and storming. Do you want to guess where did that originate from? Or why they say that?
Did it involve a skyscraper?
No. During the 17th century, London, the streets were filthy. Obviously, they dumped their chamber pots in the streets. After a heavy storm, the rain would wash away the dead animals in the streets, usually cats and dogs.
What? What?
When it would be
What is a chamber pot?
You don't know what a chamber pot is?
Did it have dead animals in it?
No! I said it, on the streets, when it would rain, it washed all the dirt down the street. You know how, like... So
What's a chamber pot?
All the feces and urine and everything washed down the street. So would all the dead animals that have died in the street would wash down the street. A chamber pot is what you would pee and poo in.
And they just went out and dumped it at the curb?
Yeah. That's before we had fucking trash and waste management and everything. They would just dump that stuff in the streets. You know how do you think the plague became a thing? It's because everything was so filthy. You know, I'm going to research the plague and we'll do a whole podcast about the plague.
Yeah, no, I see it now. Like, what are people doing?
Did you know?
Somewhere else?
Listen.
Dig a hole.
Listen, did you know in Disneyland they have... I'm going to put a picture up. But it has like brown bricks, and that is back in the day would be the human waste.
There's no
like
way.
a church.
That's not a thing.
I'll show you when we're done with this when I get on my phone. Breaking the ice. Wait, are you still stuck?
Well, I had a thought and then I lost it.
I'm sorry. Breaking the ice was an actual job.
Yeah.
Not by Eskimos.
Well, I mean, if anybody could use it.
Large ships would usually get stuck in the ice during winter. Smaller ships, called icebreakers, would break the ships free and make a path for them through the ice.
Oh my God, you're an icebreaker.
Yeah. What?
You're smaller than me. And you paved the way. And here we are, breaking the ice. Talking about Eskimos.